It is fair to say that roundabouts are one of the trickiest parts of driving to master. Unfortunately, no two roundabouts are the same. They can be large or small and have any number of exits. So how do we ensure that we are driving correctly and not making dangerous faults? In this video, we will help you choose the correct position to use at a roundabout so we can avoid having an accident or failing our driving test. Also, we will explain why we can't trust the number of the exit to guide us on its own. Before we start, please consider subscribing to our channel as we have over 200 videos to help you improve your driving. It's completely free and really helps other people find us. Thanks. The official DVSA highway code states that unless signs or road markings indicate otherwise, when taking the first exit to the left, we must position to the left. When turning right, we position to the right. And for any other intermediate exits, we position according to the direction of the exit. This is fairly easy to master when there are just 3 other exits. But what if there are more or less than 3? Which lane should we choose? Firstly, it's important to understand that we can't rely on the number of the exit to guide us. For example, the third exit is usually to the right, but at this large roundabout, it is actually straight ahead. When approaching a roundabout, we need to understand 2 key details to make the correct decision. First, we must determine the direction of the exit, and then the number of the exit. Both of these pieces of information will help us decide how to approach and cross the roundabout. If there is a traffic sign before a roundabout, we should check which direction our exit is. If there isn't a sign, we can use our Sat-Nav or estimate which direction we are going. If the exit we need is before 12 o'clock, then we should treat it as a left turn. If the exit is around the 12 o'clock position, then it is straight ahead. And if it is after 12 o'clock, we should treat it as a right turn. We also then note which number exit we need. At a normal 4 exit roundabout, then our options are usually left first exit, straight ahead second exit, and right third exit. But like all areas of driving, there are exceptions, and this is where errors can be made. Let's have a look at a roundabout that doesn't follow this rule. If we were to trust the number and assume all first exits are left turns, then on approach we would use the left lane, signal left, and proceed to exit the roundabout at the first available exit. However, in this case, there isn't an exit before 12 o'clock, and there are only 2 other exits from the roundabout. The sign shows us that the first exit is straight ahead. The risks here are not too high, as we still need to use the left lane to go straight ahead, but our signal may confuse other drivers, and this has the potential to create danger. The next roundabout is another one with no left turn. This time we need to take the second exit, which is actually to the right. If we had assumed that the second exit was straight ahead, it could have put us in a tricky situation. Now let's look at the other end of the scale. This roundabout is large and has many exits, and as we approach, the sign shows there are 6 exits in total. As always, we are approaching from the bottom or 6 o'clock position. If we only use the number to navigate, we could put ourselves in danger. Firstly, the first and second exits are both to the left, so signalling correctly is very important when going towards Newmarket. If we want to go straight ahead to Thetford, we will need to take the third exit. When turning right towards Ipswich, it is a right turn, 5th exit, so we must change lanes carefully. Only counting the number of our exit is not enough information to drive safely around this roundabout. We must know the direction we are driving towards to indicate and select the correct lane. Here is another roundabout where the exits are not in the usual positions. The sign shows us that there are 3 other exits, and in this case there isn't an exit at the straight ahead position. So this roundabout has a left turn first exit, right turn second exit, and right turn third exit. There is no straight ahead. If we had assumed that the second exit was straight ahead, we would have used the left lane, which is incorrect and potentially dangerous. Remember, our position and indicators are helping any other drivers nearby understand what we intend to do. Unfortunately, sat-navs don't always make it clear where we are going. The voice direction will often only give us the number of the exit. As we have already seen, trusting just the number could put us into potentially dangerous situations. At this roundabout, we want to go to Ipswich. The sat-nav tells us to take the second exit. We can see it is a right turn, so are using the right lane. However, if we hadn't checked the sign, we could have assumed that the second exit was straight ahead and used the left lane. Using the wrong lane like this would confuse other drivers and have the potential to cause an accident. We must also look out for road markings that guide us. At this mini roundabout, there isn't a sign to help us. On approach, the sat-nav instructs us to take the second exit, but which direction is that? We can see from the road markings that we have a choice of 2 lanes, turning left or right. These show the second exit is to the right and that we must use the right lane. If we had wrongly assumed the second exit was straight ahead and ignored the road markings, we might have used the left lane, which is incorrect. It's good to remember that our car's indicators are sometimes hard to see because of bright sunlight, so other pedestrians and road users would then use our positioning to anticipate where we are going. So remember that not all roundabouts are the same. Use the sign to determine your direction. Note the number of your exit and watch out for any road markings to guide you. If you found this video interesting, then please visit our channel, as there are over 200 more tutorial videos to help you improve your driving. If you would like to help us make new videos, then please consider becoming a member of our channel. Thanks for watching.